students, I am Yogi Dharmesh, and now I am going to discuss some of the important 5 marks questions from SST geography sections. Now these questions are really very important from your examination point of view. Don't miss these questions because these questions will definitely increase your marks. So let's start our video. The first question is, what is soil erosion and how can we stop soil erosion? Soil erosion क्या है और कैसे हम इसे स्टॉप कर सकते हैं soil erosion को? सो soil erosion क्या है और कैसे इसे हम स्टॉप कर सकते हैं? तो soil erosion is the process of denudation and subsequent washing down of the top soil by the action of the physical forces like wind, water or glacier, and also by the human activities. Okay, so human activities are also responsible for soil erosion. Okay, like deforestation, like overgrazing. So, and how can we stop soil erosion? Now, soil erosion can be prevented by a variety of methods. First, afforestation as well as reforestation. Second is contour farming. Third is crop rotation. Fourth is terrace farming. Fifth is shelter belt plantation. Sixth, strip cropping. And the last point is control on overgrazing. Now I am discussing these questions because I am giving you some points because it will help you a lot. Simply telling the questions is not enough. So I thought to discuss some of the questions to give you some vital points so that you can remember it very well and perform in your exams very effectively. डिस्कशन इसलिए मैं कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि आपको बहुत हेल्प करेगा. आपके कुछ पॉइंट्स मैं बता रहा हूँ जिसे आप बहुत ध्यानपूर्वक उसे सुनिएगा और ये आपकी एफिशिएंसी को काफ़ी इम्प्रूव करेगा और परफॉर्मेंस भी आपका बढ़ाएगा. तो सेकंड क्वेश्चन सब मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. डिस्क्राइब द फीचर ऑफ लेटराइट सॉइल. डिस्क्राइब द फीचर्स ऑफ लेटराइट सॉइल. क्या है, क्या फीचर्स हैं? तो लेटराइट जो सॉइल है that is characterized by reddish brown color and it is a porous soil, very well drained soil. Now they are reddish brown in color because due to high iron oxide content and they are also poor in nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium and magnesium. They have the high content of aluminum and iron oxide. So it is formed in the areas of high rainfall, जहाँ पे काफ़ी ज़्यादा रेनफॉल है और हाई टेम्परेचर, वहाँ पे ये सॉइल होता है. जो लेटराइट सॉइल की खासियत है, इसमें आयरन ऑक्साइड्स होता है, एल्युमिनियम होता है और ये रेड इन कलर होता है, रेडिश ब्राउन इन कलर. वाई? बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रेजेंस ऑफ आयरन ऑक्साइड. न्यूट्रिएंट्स जो ये डेफिशिएंसी है न्यूट्रिएंट्स में, जैसे नाइट्रोजन, फास्फोरस, पोटेशियम, कैल्शियम और मैग्नीशियम. इसके अलावा ये बेसिकली प्राइमरीली ये फाउंड होता है ट्रॉपिकल रीजन्स में और ये बहुत लेस फर्टाइल होता है ड्यू टू लीचिंग ऑफ द सॉल्युबल मिनरल्स बाय हेवी रेनफॉल। इसमें लीचिंग प्रोसेस होता है लेटराइट सॉइल में, और लीचिंग की वजह से ये लेस फर्टाइल होता है। लेकिन ये सूटेबल होता है फॉर क्रॉप्स लाइक टी, कॉफ़ी, रबर, and if significant fertilization is if significant amount of fertilizers are given, then it is suitable for the crops like tea, coffee and rubber. So लेटराइट सॉइल अब के बाद अब डिस्कशन करते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 3। State the geographical factors that are responsible for the evolution of black soil and write down its features। तो ब्लैक सॉइल के विषय में हमें अभी इस आंसर को देना है। क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस फैक्टर्स जो कि इम्पॉर्टेंट है, क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस है, और दूसरा आप कह सकते हैं पेरेंट रॉक है, पेरेंट रॉक मटेरियल, जो कि वही एक वोल्केनिक रॉक है ये, या इसे कह सकते हैं बसाल्टिक रॉक, विच अंडरगॉन weathering and thus formed black soils, and these soils are basically ideal for growing cotton because it has the capacity to hold moisture, and it is also rich in soil nutrient such as calcium carbonate and potash. So black soil is also high in humus and phosphorus। तो ये जो ब्लैक सॉइल है ये आइडियल है कॉटन के लिए, क्योंकि इट हैज़ द हाई कैपेसिटी टू होल्ड मॉइस्चर, इट हैज़ द हाई वाटर रिटेनिंग कैपेसिटी, it is rich in soil nutrient such as calcium carbonate and potash। Black soil is basically is high in humus and phosphorus। The other name of black soil is regur soil or black cotton soil। One more feature about black soil is when it is wet, they become very sticky, and when during dry conditions, these soil develops cracks। So these are some of the features of black soil which we are discussing now। If you want to add some other points, you are free to add, but whatever points I am giving to you, please keep in your mind, don't forget। If such type of questions will come, then try to put all the points which were given by me। Now come to question number 4। Explain any 4 reasons for the depletion of biodiversity in India। Explain any 4 reasons for the depletion of biodiversity in India। So the answer for question number 4 is 4 reasons for the depletion of biodiversity in India is the first point you can make for this question is habitat loss। Habitat loss due to you can say due to deforestation, and deforestation is happening because of large scale agricultural expansion, population growth, growing urbanization and industrialization, also mining activities and other developmental activities or projects। Also pollution is responsible for their depletion of the biodiversity, and in other point also like climatic change, global warming increases the greenhouse gases which affect the biodiversity। Also over exploitation like hunting and poaching in unsustainable manner, and the last point you can add is forest fires also। So these are the reasons for the depletion of biodiversity in India। Now the next question is question number 5। Discuss how rainwater harvesting in semi-arid regions of Rajasthan is carried out। Discuss how the rainwater harvesting in semi-arid regions of Rajasthan is carried out. Now, the rainwater harvesting technique in Rajasthan is basically collecting rainwater from the sloping roof and storing it in the underground tanks. Now, this water is basically is then used for drinking and other purpose. The whole process of the whole process of rainwater harvesting involves the first is you can add some valuable points here, right? Like rooftop rainwater harvesting for collecting the water. Okay, now we can point number two will be storage tanks is there. That is the large underground tanks to store water. That is uh, formed inside the house or in the courtyard. And also the third is pipes that which connect the roofs to the tanks. Now, the first spell of water, the first spell of rain basically is not collected as it is used to clean the roof and the pipes. and uh, and then the subsequent spells of the rain is collected and stored in the tanks. And now now such now the water in the tanks is basically is a reliable source of water for drinking, irrigation and other domestic purpose. And tanks also keeps the room very cool during summer. You please go through these words johats and khadins. They are the um, water storage techniques in the agricultural fields in Rajasthan areas. Now this rooftop rainwater harvesting is basically is declining because of the availability of water from the Indira Gandhi Canal. ये सारे पॉइंट्स आप इसमें मेंशन कर सकते हैं जो भी हमने डिस्कस किया है। ये सारे पॉइंट्स बहुत बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। मैं फिर से एक बार रिपीट कर देता हूँ एक बार सारे क्वेश्चंस को फ्रॉम 1 to 5। पहला क्वेश्चन था व्हाट इज सॉइल इरोजन एंड हाउ कैन वी स्टॉप द सॉइल इरोजन। सेकेंड क्वेश्चन वी हैव डिस्कस्ड डिस्क्राइब द फीचर ऑफ लेटराइट सॉइल्स। थर्ड इज state the geographical factors that are responsible for the evolution of black soil and write down its features. Fourth question is explain any four reasons for the depletion of biodiversity in India that we have discussed. Question number 5, discuss how rainwater harvesting in semi-arid regions of Rajasthan is carried out. Now come to question number 6, describe the impact of globalization on Indian agriculture. डिस्क्राइब द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ ग्लोबलाइजेशन ऑन इंडियन एग्रीकल्चर। इसमें एक और क्वेश्चन भी हमने ऐड किया हुआ है। डिस्क्राइब द चैलेंजेस, क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 में अभी डिस्कस करूँगा। डिस्क्राइब द चैलेंजेस ऑफ इंडियन एग्रीकल्चर। ये दोनों क्वेश्चंस एग्रीकल्चर से बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है। फर्स्ट वी विल डिस्कस क्वेश्चन नंबर 6, डिस्क्राइब द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ ग्लोबलाइजेशन ऑन इंडियन एग्रीकल्चर। तो आप ये समझ सकते हैं कि पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट्स भी होता है और ग्लोबलाइजेशन के कुछ नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट्स भी होते हैं। तो पहले हम डिस्कस करेंगे कुछ पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट्स कौन कौन से हैं इसके। तो इट हैज़ ओपनड अप न्यू मार्केट्स फॉर द इंडियन फार्मर्स। ये तो बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है। पहला पॉइंट जो पॉजिटिव है वो है कि इट ओपनड अप द न्यू मार्केट्स फॉर द इंडियन फार्मर्स। नंबर 2, इट हैज़ लेड टू इम्प्रूव्ड एग्रीकल्चरल प्रैक्टिसेस। काफ़ी इम्प्रूवमेंट हुआ है एग्रीकल्चरल प्रैक्टिसेस में, कुछ मॉडर्नाइजेशन भी हुआ है। थर्ड पॉइंट आप ऐड कर सकते हैं कि इट हैज़ अट्रैक्टेड इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड also foreign investment. Now 4 you can add it has exposed the Indian farmers to new technology. इंडियन फार्मर्स को नए नए टेक्नोलॉजी से ये एक्सपोज किया है ग्लोबलाइजेशन. And the last point you can add, it has led to the establishment of food processing industries. फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्रीज़ बड़े पैमाने पे उसका डेवलपमेंट हुआ है, ग्रोथ हुआ है. Now we will discuss the negative impacts of the Indian agriculture. Now Indian agriculture basically become very vulnerable to the global price fluctuations. काफ़ी ज़्यादा प्राइस फ्लक्चुएट करता है, and so it is quite becoming, so it becomes very vulnerable. The second point you can add is due to globalization, it has led to environmental degradation because excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides are being used by the farmers. So naturally waterlogging is taking place, and due to waterlogging the soil becoming very saline, and that is unfit for cultivation. So you can add these points. Now also the third point is there is a loss of biodiversity because of reduction in the traditional crop varieties, because there is a loss of biodiversity because farmers are now, they are not interested in traditional crop, they are shifting to cash crops production. So there is a loss of biodiversity, loss of various species, and now there is also income disparities. If you were talking about negative impacts of globalization on Indian agriculture, this point is very important: income disparities or income inequalities, because there is a huge gap between small and large farmers, and this gap is becoming wider and wider. Okay, and this also leads to poverty. Now the last point you can add, due to increased competition, Indian farmers are not able to compete, and thus they are moving to other sectors like secondary sectors and tertiary sectors. They are going to other sectors because they are leaving their main profession, main agricultural activities, and they are going to manufacturing and service sectors. So these points are very important. Now if you discuss about the challenges, what are the challenges of the Indian agriculture? Our seventh question is, what are the challenges of Indian agriculture? तो चैलेंजेस में आप ये दे सकते हैं कि एक वाटर स्कार्सिटी का एक बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम होता है. तो वाटर स्कार्सिटी हो सकता है, एंड दैट इज़ ड्यू टू इरेगुलर रेनफॉल. जो रेनफॉल है ये अनसर्टेन है, इरेगुलर है. इनएडिक्वेट इरिगेशन आप ऐड कर सकते हैं, या डिप्लेटिंग ग्राउंड वाटर लेवल, ये सब वाटर स्कार्सिटी में आप ऐड कर सकते हैं. इसके बाद जो चैलेंजेस हैं वो सेकेंड पॉइंट में आप ऐड कर सकते हैं, सॉइल डिग्रेडेशन और सॉइल इरोज़न. थर्ड पॉइंट में ऐड कर सकते हैं लो इनकम ड्यू टू fragmentation of the land. Farming becomes very difficult, so farmers are not they are earning a very low income, and also due to you can say there is a heavy dependence of the farmers on Indian monsoons, and also their traditional farming techniques. They are adopting traditional farming techniques. There is a lack of mechanization. So all these points will be the challenges of Indian agriculture. Some more points could be added by you also, but whatever the points I am discussing, don't forget these points, okay? And try to see this video twice or thrice, so that these points, whatever I am telling to you, these points, you could remember it very easily. Now the next question we will discuss is minerals are the indispensable part of our lives. Support the statements. Minerals are the indispensable part of our lives. So how minerals are indispensable part of our lives? First, you have to in NCERT book you will see the some 5 or 6 points are given to you about the minerals, importance of minerals. You can remember from that um page also, or I will let me discuss uh, about this question. The first point you will write is most of the things we need are made from the minerals. Second is our roads, railway lines, car, buses, trains, airplanes, all are made from these minerals. Point number three, um, our energy requirement is fulfilled by minerals. And the fourth is, it is because of minerals that our health remains good. Next point is, minerals make our bones and teeth very strong. And the last point you can add is, our immune system is strengthened by the minerals. Some more points can be added by you also. So we have discussed question number 8. Now come to question number 9. 9 is, minerals are unevenly distributed in India. Explain. Now see, from mineral section, these two questions are having maximum possibility to come. Minerals are unevenly distributed in India. Explain. So you have to explain in this that in the peninsular rocks they contains coal, metallic minerals, mica, and many other non-metallic minerals in the peninsular rocks. And also you can see that sedimentary rocks on the western and eastern ghats of the peninsula, and also in Gujarat or in Assam, they have most of the petroleum deposits. So petroleum deposits are there. Um and in Rajasthan, this has they have the Rajasthan has the reserves of non-ferrous minerals. And the northern plains of India, alluvial plains of North India, they are devoid of any economic minerals. So you can about minerals you can say that about the peninsular rocks, and about the sedimentary rocks, and about the petroleum deposits. Rajasthan has non-ferrous minerals. And the northern plains of India, they are devoid of any economic minerals. So now come to our last question, that is, why there is a tendency for the sugar mills to concentrate in the southern and western states of India, and also discuss its challenges. So this is the last question of in this session. And about the sugar mills, why sugar mills are concentrating in the southern and western states of India. Now due to because of the high sucrose content found there, and also due to the favorable cooler climate, which leads to a longer crushing period or longer crushing season, and also due to the cooperative societies functioning there. And these cooperative societies are very successful in these areas. So these three conditions are quite favorable for the sugarcane to be grown in the western and the southern states of India. Now about the challenges, you should add some points like uh, sugarcane yield is very low. There is a short crushing season. Also high production cost, small and uneconomic mill size, outdated machinery, and also competition from Khansari and Gur. And the last is seasonal nature of the sugarcane industry. It has a seasonal nature of the sugarcane industry. So these points I have discussed all the questions of in this session about geography. So these questions are very important. Let me repeat once more. Mm, Question number 6. Describe the impact of globalization on Indian agriculture. इसके अलावा describe the challenges of Indian agriculture. Next question. Minerals are indispensable part of our lives. Support the statements. Also, minerals are unevenly distributed in India. Explain and why there is a tendency for the sugar mills to concentrate in the southern and western states of India, and also discuss its challenges. Now, my dear boys and girls, these questions are very very important. Let me remind you once again. ये क्वेश्चंस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और आप इसे मिस नहीं कर सकते हैं. ये क्वेश्चंस आपके मार्क्स को बढ़ा सकते हैं और हमने डिस्कशन किया है ताकि आपको थोड़ी सी मदद मिल जाए. आप जब इस क्वेश्चंस को देखें और डिस्कशन को सुनें तो ये आपको काफ़ी हेल्प करेगा. आपकी एग्ज़ामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से हमने ये वीडियो बनाया है और काफ़ी रिसर्च करने के बाद हमने ये क्वेश्चंस को चुना है और ये काफ़ी फेवरेट क्वेश्चंस हैं CBSE के लिए. और अक्सर ये क्वेश्चंस बहुत सारे एग्ज़ाम्स में CBSE की प्रीवियस ईयर्स में पूछा गया है और 2025 में भी आने की पूर्ण संभावना है. तो और भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस हमारे प्लेलिस्ट में हैं, आप उन्हें जाके देख सकते हैं बिकॉज दिस क्वेश्चंस आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So don't forget to go through those questions. Those MCQs are also in my playlist. कुछ MCQs भी हैं हमारे प्लेलिस्ट में, कुछ क्वेश्चंस भी हैं. तो आप उन्हें जाके थोड़ा समय देकर उन्हें आप देख सकते हैं क्योंकि बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है वो क्वेश्चंस और ये सब आपके लिए ही है. आपका परिश्रम, आपका मेहनत वो सही तरीके से हो और आप उसके लिए एक अच्छा मार्क्स आपको प्राप्त हो. सो इफ़ यू आर डूइंग हार्ड वर्क यू डिज़र्व गुड मार्क्स. So please go through these MCQs, these questions which are given in the playlist. They are very very important questions and those who are going for the pre-board exams, best of luck for them. And keep your momentum very high because the time is running very fast and your exam is knocking at the door. So keep on practicing, keep hard working, and I believe that all of you can score good marks. अगर और फिर जाते जाते अगर आपका मेरा वीडियो अगर आप लोगों को पसंद आया हो तो प्लीज़ इसे आप लाइक और शेयर कर देंगे. और जो बिल्कुल ही नए हैं और मेरी वीडियो को जो है मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लें. ओके, थैंक यू बॉयज़ एंड गर्ल्स.